Hey, it's Kelly. So today I'm going to take you along on my self-care retreat. I am about to drive upstate. I am really pumped to listen to some tunes, do a little bit of driving on the open road, and I'm going to be taking some time for myself. This is not an easy thing to do. This is not really something I've ever done for myself before, but I feel my soul is craving a little change of pace, a little change of scenery. I want to get out into nature. I want a little bit of peace and time for reflection for myself, and of course some relaxation as well. So my soul has been craving it, and I am kind of in this new state of self-care where I'm giving myself permission and not denying the things that my soul is really craving. And so that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days, and I'm going to bring you along. All right, I got to hit the road. I got to get upstate to my hotel, and I'll see you over there. Okay, so I just got back from dinner and I am like pleasantly exhausted. You know the feeling where it's just like, oh, I feel so good, but I'm like so ready to go to sleep. And that's how I feel today. So I spent my afternoon when I got up here at the hotel. I spent the afternoon at the spa, which was really interesting because I've never been to a spa before. I've had massages, but I've never really like had the spa experience. And this was like the spa experience. They gave me like flavored fruit water when I came in, and they had all these like wonderful like different things that you can do outside of just the treatment that I got. So I had a cascading waterfall massage, excuse me. And it was really cool because it was like while they're like massaging you, there's water like coming down on you, kind of like from a shower head, but like a really nice shower head all over your body with like just the perfect warm temperature. It felt so relaxing. I don't know about you, but like water for me is where it's at when it comes to relaxation. I am so in my element in water. So I had that treatment, which was amazing. It really loosened up my shoulders. My whole body was just like doing this in a good way. And then I took like a little swim in their like pool, which had like a waterfall, which was really cool. And then I hung out over there for a while with the sound of the waterfall coming down, super relaxing. And I just started journaling. Then they had like a steam room, a sauna room, and then like a cool dunking pool. I did that whole thing, steam, sauna, cool. Steam, sauna, cool. I did it twice. And it felt amazing, but I will say when I was in the sauna with the dry heat, I was like, oh, this is probably not great for your skin. And I will tell you, my skin feels dehydrated right now. It feels a little bit dry, not irritated, but I know that if I don't treat it right tonight, it's going to be irritated. So I'm going to share with you my routine that I brought up with me, which I anticipated wanting to focus on maybe a little bit of extra dehydration from all the water exposure, moisture barrier strengthening, and moisturizing. So I'm gonna get into my pajamas. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to do a double cleanse, and I feel like I've washed my face so much today. That's part of the reason why it's feeling a little bit dry. And since I drove up here and packed all my skincare, I did bring quite a bit, but it don't fit really easily. I did decide to go liquid free with my first cleanser, so I'm using a cleansing balm, which you know is pretty rare for me. And I was just sent this product by Beauty of Joseon. This is their recently renewed Dynasty cleansing balm. No, Radiance cleansing balm, and you can tell how new it is. I just got this and I was like, now would be the perfect time to try it. A little bit risky taking new skincare on a trip, I will admit, but I like to live dangerously sometimes. And I actually cracked into this afternoon, and I was like, this is pretty good. And it broke down the waterproof mascara that I was wearing this afternoon, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, but so far so good. It feels great on my skin. And I am like so nervous that people can hear me talking to myself in this bathroom. You know how like echoey like hotels can be sometimes. So I'm like trying to keep my voice kind of low. So I brought with me the Paula's Choice Gel to Cream Cleanser, and no joke, the reason why I brought this with me is because it has a fully securing lid. All of my cleansers right now are like pump bottles, and I was like, yeah, I don't really want to travel with that. So I like this one from Paula's Choice. It's a nice gentle gel. It gets the job done, but I mean, outside of just the fact that it's really easy to travel with, I mean, it's just a really solid cleanser. Okay, so now I'm just going in for the La Roche-Posay Thermal Spring Water, and you know I absolutely love this stuff. And it's super great for a spa day, right? Just to kind of keep your skin hydrated and fresh. And I actually recently learned that the La Roche-Posay Thermal Water, you know how I always say it's packed with vitamins and minerals for your skin. Well, did you know that those vitamins and minerals actually help promote a healthy skin microbiome, which is really important for your skin's moisture barrier and just like a healthy, you know, defense for your skin? And I was like, huh, I wonder if that's why my skin always just feels like kind of soothed when I use this, because it's not crazy hydrating, it's not crazy soothing, but it is more than just fancy water, even though I like to call it fancy water. So I was like, maybe that's the secret sauce to this, and definitely a nice way to kick off this routine, keeping my skin nice and strong. So I decided to bring with me the April Skin Artemisia Rice Essence Toner. This is a brand new bottle. I've used this before and I really like it. And I actually forgot how much I liked it because I wasn't actually planning on bringing this toner with me, but I picked it out purely because the bottle is a lot slimmer than the Make Prime toner, essence toner that I'm always raving about, and which I fully planned on bringing with me, but the bottle was just taking up too much space in my little travel organizer for all my like toiletries. So I was like, okay, I gotta bring a smaller bottle. And so I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how much I really like this toner, and I just used it this afternoon, and I was like, oh yeah, this feels so good on my skin. I almost forgot how good this was. So this is like a nice opportunity to kind of like remember how much I like this one, and I have a full new bottle. Okay, so next up, I grabbed my Laneige Cream Skin Refiner because it is starting to get dry and cold, and I never know how hotel water is going to treat my skin. And of course, we know that that spa afternoon, as relaxing as it was a little bit drying on my skin. So I did grab my most moisturizing toner to kind of help balance out my skin, but it was almost empty, and I was like, I am not wasting space. So I decanted the last little bits into this travel bottle thingy. I don't mind decanting small quantities of skincare, especially for just like a few days trip like this one. You do want to be careful doing that like long term though. It's maybe not always the best as far as like the preservative system and things go, because that's like not the bottle it was formulated for. But for just a few days use, like what's in here, this is going to be gone in just a few days, which is perfectly the length of my trip. This is a-okay. And I'm just gonna do a second layer concentrated right around my mouth, because you know that's the area I get dried out the most. So I'm just gonna put a little extra layer there. No need to put it on my forehead, which is feeling absolutely fine. So while that sinks into my skin, I'm just gonna show you some other skincare that I brought that I'm not gonna use right this second. One is the Goodbye Redness Centella Sheet Mask from Benton. I'm actually just too tired to do a sheet mask right now. Like I just wanna like get this skincare onto my face, and I wanna get into bed and just go to sleep. So I don't wanna spend another like 20 minutes doing a sheet mask, but I probably will tomorrow. And I'm actually doing one more treatment at the spa, so this will be a perfect treat afterwards. It's super hydrating, it's really calming for the skin, and I love traveling with sheet masks too because they're slim, they don't take up that much space, but they can really pack a punch in your skincare routine. And I also grabbed my trusty La Roche-Posay Lipikar Balm. This is my favorite body lotion. You can 100% use this on your face. It's very, very moisturizing for your face. For my face. Little too heavy for my skin right now, although I'm gonna try this out like in the dead of winter because I think my skin will appreciate this. But this is so good for dry body skin, and I slathered myself in this when I got back from the spa. My skin feels a lot better. If my skin got super duper dry, I definitely could put some of this on as well. Okay, so you guys know I am obsessed with the Modulating Glucosides from NIOD. I don't know. In my like head canon, it's NIOD because like I just am used to reading this brand name. I'm not really used to like hearing it said out loud. But a lot of you guys like were in the comments in a couple of my past videos being like it's NIOD, and I'm like, oh okay, I have no idea. Whatever it's called, I love this serum so much. This is amazing for your skin's moisture barrier, and it's not even a ceramized cholesterol fatty acids based serum, but this really calms down irritated skin. It really soothes itchy skin. This is eczema season, okay? So I need the itch soothing, and this just makes my skin feel really strong. So this was the perfect, like there was no other serum like that was in my mind to take when I was packing yesterday. It's this one, and I love this texture. Here we go. It's creamy. It kind of reminds me of Stratia Liquid Gold, which I brought that too. But this is perfect because it's creamy, but it does have like a hydrating and slight like plumping factor to it too. It's not super duper like overly rich, overly heavy on the skin. It's just that right balance. My skin craves hydration and nourishment and moisture, and this serum delivers, and I am just bathing in it. And I will tell you, this is one of the more affordable serums from this brand. It's around $28 versus like the $68 that a lot of their other products cost. So I don't mind being a little generous with the application because it's a little bit more on the affordable side. You know that feeling when your skin is just like, it's thirsty, it's hungry for skincare, and you put it on and it just like sucks it up. Yeah, that feels so good. Okay, I'm gonna go in for the NIOD Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate, the FECC serum, if you will. And I'm just going to put like 2 drops of this just under my eyes. Okay, so why did I take a self-care retreat? I was like full tutorial skincare mode there. You know what? I was just craving a change of pace. I was craving a change of scenery. I think a lot of you guys can relate because we've kind of all been stuck in our houses for the last 2 years, and we haven't had a lot of change of scenery. We haven't had a lot of excitement, anything different in our lives for a while, and I have not taken a vacation or a trip since almost 4 years ago. No joke, 4 years ago. I took a short like road trip up to Minnesota to see some family, literally right before the pandemic hit, like right at the end of February of 2020. That wasn't really a vacation, that was just a very quick trip. And yeah, so not only have I not had a break in a while, my soul is craving some me time. And for me, it's really hard to give myself a break unless I like radically change up my environment. I'm putting on the Benton Fermentation eye cream right now, right on top of that FECC. I'm gonna keep calling it FECC, that FECC eye serum, just to kind of seal it in with a little extra moisture. It's really hard for me to just give myself permission to slow down, and I think a big part of it is because I do work from home. Home is my work, so I just think I needed to get away in order to take a break. This is part of my healing process for my burnout, which I talked about on my podcast a couple weeks ago, healing my burnout. Even just kind of coming to the conclusion that I am kind of burnt out right now was kind of huge. And then I have a little bit on my eyelashes. But then also not only recognizing it, putting a name and a label on it, but then kind of coming up with a solution to heal it. And this is a big part of it, is giving myself this break, giving myself the ability to luxuriate in self-care and luxuriate in myself, if that makes sense. Like, be still in my mind, be peaceful in my body, not be thinking about work, not be thinking about Piper, not be thinking about everything that's going on in my life and everything, you know, just really just kind of starting at a clean slate and really focusing on myself and not labeling it selfish, you know. That's a really hard thing for a lot of people. It's super hard for me. So I have been trying to be in the moment, be present, be focused, and just tune in and listen to myself. And that's what this retreat is really about. I'm not even calling it a vacation. It's not really about a break or a rest. It's about a retreat, and it's about getting back in touch with myself and really tuning in to what my soul is calling in and craving right now. Okay, so you know this is the step where I do Stratia liquid gold and facial oil mixed together on my face, right? Yes, that's what I'm about to do. I will just point out, I did bring the ordinary chia seed oil with me, and you know I love this oil, but this is also doubling as my hair serum. So I didn't bring any other hair products except for hairspray, but this was like a 2-in-1 product for me, so that's particularly why I chose to pack it for this trip. Just trying to save some space, you know, not taking an airplane. Definitely took some stress off the packing situation. And now that I've become so into skincare, it's really hard to pick out which products to bring with me, and then to find the space for them. You know, it was a little tricky. I'm making sure that, you know, all of my skin needs were covered, trying to anticipate how my skin was gonna feel. Once I got up here with the weather and the spa and the water and everything. It's not always easy, but I think I did a pretty good job. Okay, so I'm just gonna let the Stratia and the oil just kind of like sink into my skin really quickly. While I do that, I'm just gonna put a little bit of the Roche-Posay Cicaplast just around my lip area. This is a preventative measure because that's where my eczema likes to flare up. I'm not feeling it right now, but I'm just trying to make sure that I do a little TLC in that area. So some other plans that I have for this retreat besides going to the spa, I'm actually having a Reiki session tomorrow, which I am over the moon excited about. I've always wanted to try it. I've never done it before. It's something I have been interested in, so I'm really excited to see how that goes, how that feels. Totally fits into this whole self-care retreat. I also specifically picked my self-care retreat location in an area that is surrounded by nature. There's quite a few different like walks and trails and hikes around here, and it is peak leaf season. I'm so lucky because sometimes in November the leaves have all fallen off the trees, but like they're just hanging on, they're still here. So I'm gonna go and enjoy them tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing like kind of like more of a nature oriented day tomorrow. Lots and lots of journaling. I also brought a personal development book that I've been wanting to read for a long time. I love reading these books, I just don't always have time to do it, so I brought one with me. Journaling, resting, relaxing, meditating. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just spending time with myself. And that sometimes seems kind of scary, but so far it's been really, really good. So I'm going to top everything off with the Cerave Moisturizing Cream. So tonight, I am up here by myself, by the way. I don't know if that was very clear. I did come up here by myself, and I know that that's scary for a lot of people to like go places by themselves. Tonight I went to a restaurant, sat at a table all by myself, and it was fine. Like, I know that that's like a big fear for a lot of people. I have done it like once or twice before. I will say I did feel a little strange at first before I got there, and then I got there and it was like totally chill and fine. And just bring a book, look at your phone, you know what I mean? Just like enjoy it. You know, I think sometimes we are so wrapped up in other people and social media and what's going on in our phones. I know I said I was on my phone, but I was reading on my phone. I wasn't on social media. But like, we're so wrapped up in everything that's going on in our lives that we don't actually slow down. We're not actually alone enough to really be present with ourselves. Just ourselves, just listening to ourselves. That's part of what this retreat has been for me. It's just like a moment to like be with myself. And that's what I did tonight at dinner, you know. It was a little awkward at first, but like honestly, it felt really good. It felt really liberating, and I felt so in the moment. And I haven't felt in the moment for a long time. So that was, oh, there's like a ghost or something. There was like a hissing. So this hotel is over 100 years old, so I wouldn't be surprised if that was a ghost. The ghost is in here doing skincare with me. Okay, I was just going on and on, but I guess what I just mean to say is sometimes we're so busy and we're so caught up in everything that we rarely sit with ourselves. We rarely give ourselves silence and just tune in with ourselves, and it was really nice. You know, it seems really simple, but it was really, really nice. It was definitely an exercise in mindfulness and being present, and it worked. So that's my skincare routine. You know, I wasn't planning on doing like a whole like routine video, but I wanted to document the skincare that I brought with me. All right, and that's it. I have some banoffee cheesecake that I'm super excited. I brought it back from the restaurant. I'm gonna eat that and then I'm gonna go to bed. And I just wanted to like let you in on a slice of this self-care retreat because I kind of want it to be like maybe like a little spark of inspiration for you. Like, look, in order to take a self-care retreat, do you need to go to a hotel? Do you need to book spa services? Do you need to? No, absolutely not. You don't have to actually spend any money in order to have a self-care retreat. But I really want to like leave you with the idea of giving yourself permission to not slow down and take a break and rest necessarily, but give yourself that space where you can find that mindfulness, where you can find that present moment, where you can give yourself the silence and the peace to be with yourself. Just fully be present with yourself. Listening to what your soul is craving, listening to what it's telling you. So often we're always ignoring that little voice, right? We're always drowning it out with all the million other things going on. So really the point of this retreat is really to just clear the slate of that a little bit. Give myself the space to hear myself a little bit, connect with myself a little bit. And of course, you know, making room for the self-care activities that I normally don't make time for. You know, as much as I talk so much on my podcast about them, you know, sometimes I do find it difficult to give myself permission to perform those things. That's something that I'm working on, is giving myself permission, you know, and that's what the retreat is about too. It's like full stop permission to do what your soul needs you to do right now. So however that would look for you, it's going to be different for everybody, but I want to kind of encourage you to go a little bit deeper. And after the 2 years that we've all had, I would not be surprised if your soul is craving this, you know, type of self-care, this deeper self-care, this moment to connect with yourself. We've been through a lot, so yeah. I wanted to leave you with that, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you're healthy, I hope you're happy, I hope you're safe, and I hope you're giving yourself a little bit of permission to perform some self-care. I'll talk to you soon.